Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the daily Sitrep, where we'll go through the price action that we had for the last 2 days. We will look for some levels together. We'll design a trading plan, and at the end of the stream, if you have questions, I'll answer them in the chat. You can post your questions in the YouTube chat. So today I will cover Bitcoin as always. We'll take a look at ES, take a look at DXY and see what's going on there for correlation. But the main focus of this live stream is actually Bitcoin. So as I always like to start with the high time frame. So if we zoom in just a bit, still this is our high time frame resistance, so nothing changed in that area. Other than that, like I said, value area high, really important high time frame level. But for the moment, the price is just consolidating in this area. So there's not much information that we can get. For the moment, we could say that the support is holding, right? We're consolidating, and we need to go to lower time frame to understand what's going on and what the next trade would be on this chart. And for that, let's move to 1 hour time frame. And for that, we need to enable the other range that we have, the mid range, right? And here, apologize, my voice is not in the best shape today, so I will try to keep this as short as possible. So basically, mid time frame, we do have this range where another piece of information that we can see from this is that actually the support is holding. The point of control of this entire range is holding as support, and like I said, the support is holding. Obviously, we do have the other confluence here. That would be the something like this, the golden pocket with such. The first time 0.618, other that 0.65. So definitely we do have levels in this area. To this entire story here, we can add another confluence, and that would be if we move to monthly time frame, because today we started a new month, right? And if we hide for the moment this and this, we could see that we do have a new monthly level. It is tapped, but still it is a monthly level. So in my opinion, that would be important. So this is the monthly level, 23,138. Okay, so now let's move once again to 1 hour time frame. Let's put back the mid range something like this. And now we start to better understand what's going on here. So the point of control here is holding as support. And other than that, we do have this monthly level. Now we had this daily. So at this point in time, we can actually delete this daily because I do have a higher time frame level, and that would be this monthly level, which, like you can see, for the moment, it is holding as support, right? Then, so this is the mid time frame, let's say, situation. Then we need to move even to lower time frame. So let's hide this range, and we can move to what do we have right now, right? So also let's hide for the moment the horizontal levels like this. And what do we have here? So let's move this to the, so that was this one, and let's move it to here. This was on Monday, and on Monday the value area low of this local range, the top range, like I like to call it, the value area low was holding as resistance. So the price was trying to get acceptance back into the value area of this range, and it was rejected here, right? Then we all know what happened. We've traded this together on Monday. That was a very, very nice drop. But other than that, like I said, the support in this area is still holding, right? Other than that, we've seen consolidation. The price was trying to claim. And yesterday, after another drop here, yesterday and this morning, we've seen this push to the upside, right? Push to the upside, where now if we extend this range to the current price action, you can see that the value area low moved just a bit lower. I explained it, this is a developing range, and depending on the volume that's traded at each level, we could see this level moving. The point of control, value area low, value area high, that could change at any point in time. And what do we see here is that actually, so remember the first time was resistance here. And after that, you can see it is claimed, back tested, and another push to the upside, right? Now, to this area, we do have some other levels. And for that, we need to enable the naked point of control. A naked point of control is basically a point of control which it was not tapped by the price, was not touched. So I was expecting this here, but unfortunately, in terms of you want to see this level tap to the absolute dollar, but I'm not sure you can actually see this, but we had a very, very small front run of this daily naked point of control. Also, we do have the weekly naked point of control here. So definitely in this area, we had a lot of volume traded. Small front run here, and then the price, after claiming the value area low of this range, the price moving here, holding the value area low is holding as support, and another push to the upside. And this time, the weekly and the daily naked point of control are actually tapped. Now, they did the job for a rejection, and now we can actually delete them from our chart. Okay, fair enough. Now, the question is, how do I trade these kind of moves, right? So first of all, and the easiest way to trade is actually the weekly and the daily naked point of control that I showed you earlier. But let's say you are not aware of this naked point of control. Now, the easiest way to trade this kind of situation is basically based on a swing failure pattern, right? So we do have this high, we do have some liquidity here in terms of stop losses. So most of the time when this liquidity is taken, you'll see a reaction, right? This kind of wicks, this is normal because I would imagine as soon as this area was hit, some stop losses were triggered. And remember, a stop loss for a short is a long market order. So in this kind of situation, this kind of wicks are normal. Now we can go to the order flow, right, to see what happened there. So I would imagine, let's get the timestamp correct. I would imagine this would be this one. So it's 9 a.m. this morning. So, okay, here, like I said, the first push to the upside, right? Then the backtest of the value area low, we could see the push to the upside. Usually when this kind of pushes to the upside, you'll see a decrease in open interest because of this. You can see liquidations, and this, in my opinion, these are not new longs opening. There are stop losses being hit. There are take profits, you know. So in this kind of situation, you see the decrease in open interest. One thing that I forgot, I want to make sure that you can actually sound this good. Thank you, my friend. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so the first push, right, decreases in open interest. Great. That's something to be expected. Like I said, you'll see this liquidations, positions taking profit, some stop losses being hit, and the same story here. Quite a bit of volume, so 22 million, 70 million positive delta. Okay, like I said, a stop loss for a short position is a long market order. When these stop losses are triggered, you can see here, they do give the positive delta, right? And after that, this is where it becomes important, right? Because here we start to see longs and shorts opening. This is a battle, right? You can see the increases in open interest. So what's this telling me? This is telling me that we do have new positions opening. So no, there are a lot of traders interested in trading this level. If we zoom in this candle, what do we see? We see selling imbalances. So selling imbalances, that would give you a pretty good idea about who's in control in this candle. Also, we could see this buying imbalances right on the top of this move, almost 700,000, which is definitely always a very, very, very bad idea to open a long here. There's no way in the world I would open a long here. The only trade is a short or no trade. Okay, so we do have increases in open interest. Like I said, this is telling me that we do have new positions opening in this candle. 11 million volume, okay, fair enough, decent volume, and negative delta in this candle. So together with the selling imbalances, that's telling me that the bears are in control there. However, when you're trading this kind of move, right, so we talk about this move here. Let's move this to 15-minute time frame. Let me put back the range. So we can see okay, so we talk about this first move. Now, like I said, this value area low, it is always a very, very important level on the chart, right? As you can see, even currently after the rejection, the price stopped somewhere in this area, and for the moment it is holding as support. So this is an important area. So if you decide to short this kind of move, and fair enough, that was a trade, right? This kind of levels, this should be take profit one. And if you see this holding, so remember what I said was resistance. Even here, remember last week it was resistance. Now obviously the level moved just a bit lower, that's normal, but it's still a very, very important level within this range. If this level will be flipped, that gives the possibility for more upside, right? So in this situation, if you decide to trade here, somewhere in this area, that should be a take profit one. And let's see the, okay, so we do have 0.5, 0.6%. Again, I didn't measure this. I don't like to measure this from the absolute top because most of the time it is impossible to catch the absolute top of a move unless you preset, but that's totally different story. But if you trade based on reaction, and if you trade based on reaction, your entry most of the time is a market one. You never catch the absolute top, but still gives you a pretty good scalp at least. Okay, so let's move here. So we do see this, right? Fair enough. Also, we need to take into consideration these levels, previous day levels, previous day high. We do have also view up here, previous day value high. So in this kind of situation, these kind of levels are very, very important. And I'll explain the way I like to trade them. So we move here, right? Support is holding, the value are low, and we start to see some shorts opening in this area, which is a terrible idea because you are opening a short straight into support. That's never a good idea. And after that, we start to see longs opening. Longs, right? Because we do have, once again, the increase in open interest and the positive delta in this situation. Sorry. And then, once again, the price starts to push to the upside. Another push. We start to see another rejection here. But the main idea that we do need to take into consideration is that the value area low of this high time frame range is actually holding as support. Then we need to think in terms of liquidity. So we do have liquidity here, and we do have that daily and the weekly naked point of control still untapped until this week. So in this kind of situation, like I said, if you trade here and you book some profits here, you move your stop loss at entry, even if you get stopped out, is not the end of the world, because like I said, and this still is it is a valid trading idea. As long as this level is holding, the value are low here, more upside is possible, right? The price, like I said, after the rejection, we start to see the rejection. We will check this together, what's going on right now, but take this into consideration. When you see something like this, the support holding, one would see at least another push to the upside, and depending on what's going on in that area, obviously you can make a trading decision. You see rejection, you have a trade, you have a stop loss. No, that's kind of what you are looking for. No reaction, and instead of this, you start to see the price. So instead of this, you start to see something like this. So let's say this level, instead of a swing failure pattern, you get an SNR flip level, and you see this, then yeah, there's no trade. Just wait for the next important area on the chart. However, like I said, we do have levels here, and but let's say you're not aware of those weekly and daily naked point of control. Let's say you're not aware of that. Then the trading idea should be based on this one, right? Should be based on a swing failure pattern that we do have here, right? Swing failure pattern. Then obviously you need to wait for the price to get acceptance below this level. A back test, we can move to 5 minutes time frame, so you can see price was getting acceptance. Let's go actually 1 minute. So you can see, like I said, you are aware of the confluences. Great, you can be more aggressive. But other than that, you see this level, right? You see the back test. At this point in time, you do understand that we do have a swing failure pattern in progress. So this should be your trade, right? This should be your entry. Stop loss just above this week, your entry here. And I still think that take profit one should be in this area. Yes, the price could move lower, but this could actually be a take profit one. I would book something like, I don't know, 20-25% and let the rest run, because as you can see, this is our current support area. So just to secure some profits, maybe move your stop loss at entry and let the rest ride. And that would be, let's say your entry was somewhere in this area, that would give you roughly 0.8%. So for the take profit one, thinking about this as a scalp trade with the possibility to become something more, then I would say this is a pretty good take profit. So this is once again, this is an easy trade. If you are aware of the levels that we do have here, that's even easier. Other than that, swing failure pattern, easiest trade ever. Wait for the price to get acceptance below the level. Wait for a back test. You can see the back test here, and then the price starting to move to the downside. Let's move back to 15-minute time frame, because like I said, this is a very important level. Losing this level, right, that could be classified as weakness, and that opens the possibility for this trade to become something more than just a scalp. So up to this point, this is a scalp. You made some money, have your stop loss at entry, so it doesn't really matter what happened. You still make money in this trade, even if you'll be stopped out. Now, this is where it becomes interesting here, because like I said, in this kind of situation, right, so You can see here the support is still holding, but after that we do have levels below, like previous day high. We do have VWAP here, so those are important levels on the chart. Also, when you start to see liquidations, usually, you know, there is a possibility for a reversal. There's not like a rule. This would not apply like for all the situation, but other than that, this should be as a, in terms of reaction, you always, it is a good idea to check for liquidation. So level to level, the way I like to trade it, we've got the swing failure pattern. We do need to check what's going on within this area. Then this area lost, and I would not classify this as lost. Yes, the price is here, the price is spending some time, but you know, we need to see what's going on there. Then the next important level is actually previous day high and VWAP. If the price managed to get acceptance below VWAP, below previous day high, you know, that opens the possibility for more downside. But until that happens, like I said, this, in my opinion, it's a good take profit. Obviously, all the information that I'm sharing in this stream are for educational purpose only. This is definitely not financial advice. We want to make that very, very clear for everyone that's watching this stream. So level to level, we need to see what's going on here with the value area low of the range. Then we move to VWAP, previous day high. If we start to see VWAP flipped to resistance, then that definitely opens the possibility for more downside. And in this kind of situation, obviously we do have levels to trade. So we do have our horizontal levels, and we do have this daily, right? This daily, you can see resistance. Once again, resistance. That was yesterday, giving the possibility of some really, really nice trades, right? So resistance claimed, and now we need to see what's going on here. So we do have levels, right? So let's say the value area low will be lost. Then we move to VWAP. We do have this daily level, previous day. Let's enable the previous day level. So we do have previous day high, previous day value area high, previous day point of control. So again, this could be considered an area that could potentially act as support, right? So if the price moves here, maybe you can book some more profits, or at least check what is going on there. Best case scenario, let's say this is the bearish case, and I'm not so convinced yet that this is the bearish case, but let's say this is the top for the day. Best case scenario, you want to see something like this, so the price doing something, let's say like this, right? Then a back test of this area, right? Value area low, you know, the low of this range, and then with continuation, you know, to the downside. So this is kind of the best case scenario that you want to see in this kind of situation. And if we consider that, you know, this is the bearish case, like I said, for me, I'm not so convinced yet. We need to see this level lost. Until this level will hold as support, I would say more upside is possible, and that's why it is important to book some profits on the way down. Okay, let's hide the previous day levels, and definitely if this daily level will be lost, then we get acceptance in here, and we do have the monthly level, and once again we start to look for liquidity to the downside. We do have some liquidity here. Obviously we can pull some fibs here, right? So it will look something like this, golden pocket. If we add this one, so lose this one, and then, you know, the next important area should be around the monthly. You know, we do have the golden pocket, lose this one, and you know, that definitely opens the possibility for more downside. For more downside, where we still have this daily naked point of control here. Daily naked point of control, 22,694, and again, more liquidity, right? Because the liquidity was taken here, but I was expecting, that was a very interesting trading situation. I was expecting this to actually to tap this daily naked point of control, swing failure pattern, and that would be such an, let's say, an easier trade in my opinion. However, that never happened, and it is what it is. But so we're looking to trade this level to level here. So to the downside, to make a small recap. First sign of weakness, I would like to see this level lost, the value are low. As long as this level is holding, I would say more upside is possible. Maybe we'll see another hard high, or maybe we will see something like this. Let's say some sort of backtest, and after that the price will drop. So we don't know. In this kind of situation, obviously we could always pull some fibs, something like that. That would be another possible trade depending on the reaction and so on. So it's good. It's always a good idea to have scenario on the chart, right? But other than that, if this level will be lost, I'll be looking towards VWAP, previous day high, daily level, and really interesting SNR flip level here. That's why I'm still keeping this daily on the chart. Lose this one, and yes, then the bearish case becomes just a bit stronger, and I will look towards a possible reaction in a monthly golden pocket. We do have liquidity, lose this area, and yes, we move to the next important level, daily naked point of control and more liquidity. So definitely we do have levels to trade, right? And this would be, I mean, the best way to trade this kind of situation is when you have actually around 1%, 0.6, 0.7 to 1% between levels. So between this level and this level, we do have 0.8%, right? Great. Between, let's say, the daily and this one, we do have another 0.6%, which is fair enough. After that to here, this is the big drop. So we have more than 1%. So this is very, very good for scalping, right? Okay, so those are the levels that I'm looking locally here to the downside, but as a trader, we all know we need levels to the upside too. So let's say that would be the bullish scenario where this level would actually hold as support, and then the price will make a new higher high on the chart. Then we get back to the levels that we talked, and we do have this weekly level, right? This weekly level, this is an interesting level, no doubt. Please allow me to move to 1 hour time frame so we can see this better. Maybe we can hide the naked point of control like this. Okay, so we do have to the upside, we do have an untapped weekly level, 24,283. Okay, maybe we get a reaction, maybe not, that we don't know, but definitely this is a level that I would like to take into consideration, and at least, set an alert, check the reaction, see what's going on there. If there is a reaction like rejection, great, that is a trade. If not, the price could potentially move higher. Now, really important, if you decide to trade here, check what's going on with this SNR flip level, and definitely the value area low should be a take profit, because at that point in time, one would imagine that the price got acceptance back into the value area of this range, and we can continue to trade this. So reaction here, obviously for a scalp, why not? Check what's going on here, and this should be take profit one, in my opinion. At that point in time, VWAP will move just a bit higher. Let's say VWAP will move somewhere where we do have the value are low, additional confluence, and so on. So trade here, check what's going on with this level. If you see this one holding, then that should be a take profit one. Have your stop loss moved at entry, protect your position, and move to the next trade. No reaction here, then definitely this area should be a take profit one. Lose this, and same story applies daily, monthly, and so on. No reaction here, then we move to the next area, in my opinion, where we do have the point of control. We do have this high, some liquidity there. Again, we can pull some fibs. Okay, something like this, give or take. So we do have just above the weekly, we do have the golden pocket, we do have the point of control. So once again, one could consider this as an area, right? So let's check what's going on there. But like I said, when you scalp in this area, you definitely want to check what's going on with this consolidation, this range that we do have right now. No reaction here, then very, very simple. We move to the daily above, 24,868, value are high, and possibly a new higher high on the chart, where once again, swing failure pattern, you trade it, you see a swing failure pattern. Very simply, you trade the swing failure pattern, but then check if the price will get acceptance back into the value area of this range, so then it needs to move below value area low, and then point of control and the rest of the levels that we do have on the chart. That would be my trading plan for today. Okay, we've got the reaction here, a rejection, but like I said, I'm not bearish, not yet. Yes, this is a trade. This one, this one, that was a scalp. This is a trade, 100% with the possibility to move lower, but we need to lose this level. This level is very, very important today. And obviously, after that, we move to the levels, to the levels below. So that would be my trading plan. Locally, I shared my levels to the upside. I shared my levels to the downside. Obviously, this is just a trading plan, and depending on the price action, these levels, I mean, maybe we do have some levels in between, but I'll be in Discord today. Yesterday, I was very, very busy, and I couldn't trade that much. I took a couple of scalps, but nothing more. But today I'll be around and I'll update you as much as I can. So this is my trading plan for Bitcoin. Other than that, like I said, the high time frame stays the same. I'm not bearish yet. I mean, I have no reason to be. No major levels were lost. The support is holding. So let's see what's going on today. Okay, let's move to ES. ES, high time frame. Obviously, there's not much change after the rejection from the point of control. The price moved somewhere in this area where we have some liquidity. This liquidity was taken. Also, sorry. Okay, let's move this one to here and this one to this low. Obviously, we do have the golden pocket here giving a decent reaction so far. And let's say if the price will push here, if not, the high volume node, this is a really, really important SNR flip lever in my opinion. So definitely if we start to push here, then that's great. I'll share my my levels, but other than that, I would still expect sooner or later this level to be hit. We still have some liquidity here, high volume node, really important SNR flip lever. So I'll still wait for that level to be hit sooner or later. In terms of, let's move to a lower time frame, and this is when we need to enable this horizontal level. So as you can see, we do have a weekly and we do have a daily. The price moved to the daily, then now we've seen a range going on here, and then the push to the downside. And really important, this weekly, the price right now is trying to claim this weekly. So we are aware of the correlation between the two charts, direct correlation between ES and Bitcoin. So we need to see what's going on here. If ES managed to actually to claim this weekly, then I would think about this area. We do have stop losses, liquidity, right? This area. Let's see, what do we actually have here? Okay, so golden pocket. So that would be the next area that I would like to check what's going on, right? But for the moment, this weekly is resistance. And if we start to see the price breaking to the downside, then this could be the top for Bitcoin. But we need to check what's going on here. In terms of order flow, okay, first of all, previous day level. So we do have previous day high, previous day value are high. So right now we are somewhere in the middle. We do have VWAP. So definitely I would not like to see VWAP lost. If VWAP will be lost, you can see locally we still hold the market structure. So the market structure is still bullish. So hey, that's good for the bulls, right? And one would say, let's see what's going on with that weekly. And for more upside, definitely, I would not like to see VWAP lost. If VWAP will be lost, that could be seen as a sign of weakness locally and would open the possibility for more downside, right? Obviously, you can use this kind of levels, the previous day levels, they work very, very well. But other than that, let's check what the price is actually doing here. If the price managed to claim this weekly, then yes, one would expect a push to the upside. I'm expecting a reaction somewhere around this area. So previous day high is 4,003. Okay, 4,000. So yeah, basically I would expect, if this weekly will be claimed, I would expect the price to move here, which again, maybe you're trading this pair, or you're trading stocks. Maybe you can trade SPX 500. It's basically the same chart, very small difference in price. Volume profile totally different, so that's why I like to do my TA on ES. I find it somehow more accurate. So really important question this weekly. If the price managed to claim this weekly, then yes, that would be the next area. And depending on what's going on, if no reaction here, then obviously we do have the daily and some more liquidity. Claim this daily, then yeah, that opens once again the possibility for the monthly. And maybe at that point in time, maybe this was the local low and we move to the upside. But we're still here, we are at resistance, so definitely we need to give it some time. This is a very important level in my opinion. So this is ES. Like I say, if you're a scalper, there are a lot of levels to trade in that situation. You can definitely use the order flow. You can use the previous day levels and so on. So definitely that is a very interesting, a very this could be very helpful. What else? DXY. DXY, basically high time frame, still the same channel. So we are very close now. Let's move to lower time frame. Right. So we've seen this push to the upside, then we start to reject. And in this kind of situation, like the easiest trade ever is a swing failure pattern. You see a swing failure pattern, you trade a swing failure pattern, right? This is the level. This is the swing failure pattern. And as you can see, the price slowly starts to get acceptance below this level, and then more downside is possible. Also, check the market structure on low time frame, right? Because let's say up to here, everything is good, bullish market structure. The price starts to make lower low, lower high. No, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I mean, you start to see a change in market structure after a swing failure pattern. That definitely opens the possibility for more downside. So you need to check the market structure. Other than that, obviously there are a lot of scalps to be taken, like this this push to the upside, right? So what the price did here, took some liquidity, right? Let's mark, oops, sorry. Yeah, on low time frame it's really hard to mark those. So you can see, let me mark the exact low, which is this one, right? So what the price did, as you can see, took the liquidity here and up we go, right? So those are the kind of levels. If you understand this SNR flip level, and if you like to trade the swing failure pattern, that's basically all you need. You don't need the order flow, you don't need anything else. If you have access to an order flow software, then that is even better. But other than that, one would say for this kind of situation, you don't actually need to use order flow software. And now, as you can see, I marked that low. As you can see, the price is just consolidating in this area, trying to claim some consolidation, and these SNR flip levels, they work very well. I would be interested in a backtest of this channel, right? High time frame channel. We do have some liquidity here, so it would be nice if the price could actually move to the downside, take this liquidity, and after that, if the price managed to claim the channel once again, that could be classified as bullish, and maybe we'll see another high on the chart. Maybe we'll see another rejection, but that's hard to say right now. What we do know are these kind of levels, and as you can see, they work very well. So like I said, for me, if this managed to push here to the channel, we do have some liquidity here, so if this managed to push to the downside, that would open the possibility for a push to the upside on this chart. How much higher? I'll look towards this area for a possible reaction. Then we move to the daily. We do have some some liquidity here, and why not higher? And getting back to Bitcoin, remember the correlation. direct correlation with DS, inverse correlation with DXY. And you can see, start to understand why I said for the moment, and this should be a take profit one, because as long as this level is holding as support, one would say more upside is possible. I'm not bearish yet. Yes, there was a trade here, 100%, but we do not have too many reasons yet to be bearish on this chart. So we do have very, very good support. Then we do have levels below and more levels below. To the upside, also we do have levels. If this, if the price will make a new higher high and we don't see another swing failure pattern, which obviously if you see a swing failure pattern and you start to see bearish order flow after that, definitely you can trade that that level. But other than that, like I said, weekly, point of control, daily, and possibly a new higher high on the chart. Level to level, check the reaction at each level and decide if there is a trade for you or not. And remember, a level, best case scenario, should be used as a take profit. And after that, check the reaction and decide if there is a trade for you or not on the chart. I guess this is the TA. This is all I need. This is all the levels that I need for today. Obviously, let's see how this will develop. Let's see if we actually, if we have some questions. Do you use the trend reversal chart? Yes, I do use the trend reversal chart. I want to have, so when I'm looking for a reaction, obviously I'm checking the time frame based candles. Let me stop this because it's distracting. Sorry. I'm looking on low time frame, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, depending on situation. But I really like to see the trend reversal candle to see the reaction, to get like a different perspective, because trend reversal candle are not time-based candles, so they print in a totally different way. So that's totally different story. Also, when I'm looking for CVD divergences, for example, I would like to see if I see a CVD divergence. Sometimes you get, let's say you get a CVD divergence on the trend reversal chart, and then you see you don't see it on the let's say on the time based candles chart, right? So best case scenario, you would like to see on both charts, you want to see the same CVD divergence. That will give you more confidence to actually to use that divergence. But sometimes you see divergence on one chart and no divergence on the other chart. So in this kind of situation, and especially low time frame, I'll always favor a trend reversal CVD divergence. Yes, I like to use it, and like I said, I don't think they are ready yet, but hopefully we will push the template this week. We'll post them in Discord. Trend reversal 44.26, 24.40. What's the difference? It's all about the volume. So the way I like to trade, and you can go even lower than that. It's all about the volume. So when you don't have volume, you need to lower the ticks, right? Because the way I trade it, I would like to see those candles printing, right? If I see one big candle and the price, stays there for an hour or so, that, I can't actually use that. Let me go this. Okay. So the way I like to trade this, I like to see candles printing, right? So I like to see something like this, candle printing. Then I start to see reaction here. You can see some sort of bearish CVD divergence. I start to see this. I always look at this. Then who knows? Maybe there is a scalp for me, or maybe not. But this is kind of what I would like to see. And by the way, what you see here, and this is a really, really important lesson. This is a sell wall. Sell wall ending up with a bearish CVD divergence. That's one kind of what I would like to see. Now, I don't know if we actually have a level here, something to give me confidence to trade, but this kind of things, they are very, very good for trading. So yes, I do like to use the trend reversal candle together with the other template that I'm using. So definitely there is a lot of information to take from that chart. Do you preset take profit? Yes, I do preset orders for my take profits, because first of all, I don't want to pay unnecessary fee. Sorry. Plus, I want to, most important, I want to avoid the slippage, right? So that's why I like to preset for my take profits. Sometimes, you know, when we get, let's say you preset and you see a small front run and then you see the price moving to the opposite direction, then yes, you need to close your trade or, you know, part of your trade with market order, but there will be some fees, and most important, there will be some slippage. And between the fees and slippage, that could be 0.1, 0.15%, and obviously it's cutting from your profits. But if it is necessary, obviously, yeah, you gotta do it. But other than that, I like to preset for my take profits. Yesterday, after NY opened, the consolidation had big bullish divergences. How do you tell if the CVD divergences won't play but leads instead? That that is a very complex answer. So I don't think I can answer in like 2 minutes. That's a very complex answer. First of all, you want to see let's say the CVD divergence on this template and on this template too. Then you can actually go to check the actual number, because the CVD divergence are just a graphic representation of this number, of the CVD number. So you need to check, let's say this point with this point, if you see the CVD divergence is actually backed by by the CVD number, then you see if there is absorption or not. Also, you have to think about this. So I don't know where we are on the chart. We are at support, we are at resistance. So let's say I'll always favor a bearish CVD divergence where we are at resistance, and always a bullish CVD divergence at support. If we get bullish CVD divergence at resistance, then, you know, that could be one piece of information, but I will not trade based only on the CVD divergence. So like I said, there's not an easy way to, actually it is easy to, but it would take quite a bit of time, and I'll cover that in a future stream, because that is a very good question. So yeah, hopefully I gave you a couple of ideas about what I'm looking for, but like I said, that's it requires actually a stream, or maybe several stream to actually to explain in depth, and, you know, the best way to trade this kind of situation. But definitely this is not the place, and I do not have the time. From 21st of January to current price action in fixed range volume, there is also value area high and week plus weekly, so it isn't value area high would be resistance. You need to show me that on the chart. Please post that in Discord. But yes, if you pull a fixed range, let's say for a local range, and together with that weekly you do have the value or high, then yes, definitely that could be another piece of information, another resistance that could potentially give a reaction on the chart. There are so many ways actually to pull a range, going from a local range, like, I don't know, let's say this section of the chart between the monthly and the daily, this is a range. This, what we are forming right now here above the value or high, this is a range. This section of the chart could be considered as a range. So definitely there are lots of ways to pull a fixed range, but if you do have more confluences for this level, then yes, definitely that could be used as additional confluence for your trade. And yes, that weekly looks good, but, you know, we need to see if we actually have some reaction there, or maybe there will be no reaction. That's impossible to say, right? But what we can say that we do know sorry, what we can say is that we do have our levels. I know what I want to trade. I know which is my resistance. I know what is my support. What are the levels to the upside, and what are the levels to the downside. To tell you right now that, hey, I'm going to short this, or I'm going to preset, that would be a bit irresponsible, or maybe a bit more. What I would say, yes, this weekly, this is an untapped weekly. One would expect a reaction. And let's see what's going on here. The only way that this level would not give a reaction would be if this today will start in a very strong trending day. And at that point in time, to be honest, I would expect a new higher high on the chart, like a new higher high here. In a normal day, right? Okay, we've started here. This looks good. We have consolidation. So let's see. But if we start to see a trending day and you start to see like crazy volume pushing to the upside with increases in open interest, creating single prints, then that could signify a strong trending day. And at that point in time, maybe this level will not give a reaction. Maybe we'll see a reaction around the daily or around the point of control, or like I said, a new higher high on the chart. That's why we need to see what's going on. That's why I like to check the order flow before I make a trading decision. And like I said, if we get the reaction here, then we need to see what's going on. Maybe we can push this to this high. So from here to here, check what's going on. Then we move once again to the value low and to the levels that we do have below. It is, like I said, it is almost impossible to tell right now what the reaction will be at that level. However, this is a level and I'm more than happy and more than ready to trade this level if, and this is a big if we have a reaction there. Was there a long at the value or low? For a scalp, that's kind of really depends how you want to scalp. If you're happy with this kind of scalps, right, so that would be, you know, if you're scalping this, yes, maybe there was a level, but there was a scalp. But this is low time frame. So what do we have here? Let's see in terms of percentage. So let's actually I can't do this. I need to move to 5 minutes once again. Okay, so let's say from here to here, that's a 0.3% move. That's a bit low. Now, if the price moves higher, yes, I do not have any kind of problem, because for this, I would place, let's say, my stop loss below this low. And in that case, I need to have best case scenario 2-to-1 to the risk to reward ratio, 2-to-1 to take profit 1. So we do have a range. Let's trade this range. Yes, this is a bit aggressive, but you know, the support is holding. So yes, maybe there was, it's really up to you if you want to take this trade or not. In the future, we will have some very interesting things in Discord, and yeah, you'll see. Also, we do have a couple of surprises for you. Today I'll post something. Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. It's not going to be public, but it's going to be for some of you that are already in Discord. We will post something, so stay tuned for that. And other than that, I'll catch you on, today is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday. I'll catch you on Friday for the next live stream. You're welcome. So yeah, I'll catch you on Friday for the next Sitrep. Until then, we'll be in Discord. If you have questions, charts, please do not hesitate to post them, tag me, and I'll do my best to answer in the shortest time possible. Like I said, we do have some news, some surprises for you also. Stay tuned. We'll post them in Discord and possibly on Twitter. Yes. Other than that, you know where to find us. This is our Discord. If you're a trader, if you trade on Bybit, you can use our referral link. You'll get a couple of things. You get a 20% off for your trading fees. You'll get some deposits. So definitely this is a good business. You'll support this project, so please don't forget about this. And yeah, I guess that'll be all for today. Like I said, I'll catch you on Friday for the next live update. And other than that, I'll catch you in Discord basically after when this stream will end. Yeah, that'll be all for this. Thank you for everything. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the question. I hope this information will help you to become a better trader, or to have some, you know, other view, other levels maybe than different from yours on the chart. Yeah, thank you for everything. Until Friday, I wish you a great week. And like I said, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.